What's up everybody, Gundam Flexing here, and in this video we're going to be checking out the recently completed high-grade MS-06R Zaku 2 high mobility type, aka the Psycho Zaku. This guy is featured in the very popular Gundam show Gundam Thunderbolt. This particular kit came out 6 or 7 years ago, and that's how long it's been in my backlog. But now that I finished it, I have to say that this is one of the best high grades I have ever built, and definitely the best high grade that I built for the year 2020. He's incredibly articulate, detailed, and he comes with a ton of weapon systems. He comes with 2 giant bazookas, 3 Zaku bazookas with 4 additional magazine clips, 3 stern fausts, a battle axe, and his typical Zaku rifle with 4 additional magazine clips. And if you've seen the show, he's essentially a one-man army hitchhiker because all these weapon systems he can mount on his backpack and take it with him. How we're going to split this video up is we're going to go over the extra items first, and then we're going to check out his backpack and then the model itself. And coming up first is the stickers. I have to say that this is a very detailed high grade, and what it lacks in small intricate pieces, it requires you to put them on, optionally really, through stickers. So you'll notice the orange stickers here, they actually go on his skirt. So instead of having pieces on his skirt, you'll have to insert stickers. You'll notice that there's a lot of circular items here and they go on his backpack. He comes with embroidery right here, which is for his spike shield. And he also comes with these black lines that also go on his black shield. What it lacks in small pieces, it will make up with stickers. And then next is the decals. Here they are. And you'll only notice I've only used 2 pieces right here, the giant one for his shield and number 2, which is his number for his shoulder. And the reason why I did this is because in the past when I build high grade Zakus, particularly example is the Goof, I actually used all the decals. And you'll notice here the decals, the lines right here, the white lines, they are actually for his skirt. And when I finished that model, I noticed it was a little bit too noisy, it was too busy, and I just didn't like the way it turned out. So it's an option, but I chose not to use the decals. So if you pause the video, you can actually see the details. And of course, his hands. So what I really appreciate this model is that he comes with 6 hands, 3 pairs. He comes with his open fists, so he could grab his stern faust or his battle axe. He comes with a pair of open hands for left and right, so that way he's able to lay down the weapons. And he also comes with a pair of trigger fingers. And this is great because some models only feature 1 trigger hand and it sort of sucks, but this model features both trigger hands left and right, so you're able to arm him with either hand, which is great. And now onto the model itself. And the model comes with his own stand, which I appreciate. However, if you have a bigger stand, definitely go with this because this stand is way too small and this model is very heavy. A small knock or turn, he could actually fall and of course shatter into a trillion pieces. I'm going to take him off the stand, and you'll notice in the back of his backpack, it's already mounted on, and I have to say that there is no fear about this backpack falling off or any issues with the mount because it is very sturdy and it will be in there for quite some time. It's very strong. So on the back of his backpack comes with these 2 giant fuel tanks. At the bottom of the fuel tank is where he mounts his 3 stern fausts and his battle axe. And the way we put them on is twisting it, and then you could pull it out of position. And I'm trying to find out, but at the same time I don't want to. But it has a locking mechanism, so as soon as you push it in, you turn it, you twist it, and it will be locked in there, which is pretty sweet. He comes with another fuel tank, which is the top right here. And this is where you have the 3 Zaku bazookas pinned up at top. And these weapon systems are pretty detailed too. They're not just a couple pieces, they're actually several pieces. You have your scope, you have the main body, which is 2, you have the handle, you have another trigger with the handle, and you have his magazine clip at the top. And of course, you have his little holding thingy right here, which is pretty cool. Of course, it comes with 3, and here you'll see 2 magazine clips for his machine gun and 2 on the other end. And this is pretty cool. He comes with 4 additional magazine clips for these Zaku bazookas, and it comes with additional pieces so you can actually see the rounds. Of course, this is also mounted the same way the bottom one is. So you push it in there and then you twist it, and it's like a locking mechanism. So that way it's very secure on the model. So there are no issues with the backpack in regards to if you have to worry about the weight pulling it down, because it is in there and it's very strong. The rest of the backpack, like the name and the body suggests, the high mobility, it comes with a lot of cool golden thrusters all around the area. So he has it on the top of his backpack, has 5. He has them in the rear, a lot of it too, and anything matching on the other end as well. An option for this backpack is the 2 portions here. So he comes with 2 extendable arms, which you can take off and then replace it with something like these 2 pieces, which I thought was pretty lame, so I took those pieces off. I want this guy to be armed to the gears. And these 2 arms, you could actually move them. They're actually mobile, which is pretty great, like this, all on his backpack. And just like the backpack, these things are secured. And you see here is the clips right there and the clips right there, and that's how you would mount the weapon systems. So any weapon system, he essentially can mount it through the clips right there. And now onto the model itself. This model is incredibly detailed, and like I said, what it lacks in small intricate pieces, it makes up through stickers. So you'll notice here at his skirt, he has quite a bit of orange stickers here. And of course, if you don't like stickers, you could always try painting it. And right now this model has his giant bazooka, which I'm going to try to pop his arm out, his hand out right there. That way we can see a better depiction, excuse me. Here is his Zaku head, which is typical like any Zaku 2s. He comes with these cool racing stripes that are stickers on his horn. Of course, his eyes are a sticker. If we look at his chest, I inputted his Xeon emblem right there. He has 4 boosters on his chest, and it's pretty cool. Like you saw in the stickers, he comes with an embroidery around his spike shield, and of course around the spikes itself, which I think is pretty cool, pretty detailed as well. His shield has little boosters on the sides, here and there, and at the top. And of course, this is the decals that I told you that I put on. His arms are pretty interesting because they're not typically the way you put on arms, as in like several pieces or whatever, but the way we put on the arms here is, if I could grab him, he just pops in a very tight piece like this, like that. So instead of like actually putting it in through a pillar, it's sort of like a sleeve. That's how I imagined it, whereas the other ones aren't, I guess, but yeah. Look at his skirt. Again, we have a lot of stickers in the front and even the sides. And of course, he has thrusters on front of his skirt and on the side of his skirt for fast maneuverability. Nothing too special on the back of his skirt, but you'll notice the side right here is how he'll launch his tubing all the way into the backpack. Look at his legs. His legs also have the typical Zaku 2 tubings on the side here. And of course, we have more thrusters, one on his knees, on the inside of his leg, on the outside of his leg, and on the back, and it has a flap to it right there. You'll notice you'll have golden stickers here, and in the back, and they're not a pain to put on. His mobility, I would say, is typical of any other type of high grade. No issues in terms of flexibility or whatever, as this guy is pretty much a very static display, simply because of his extra feature in his backpack. So if we look at his feet, unfortunately his feet is a single piece, so you cannot actually bend his toes or heels, but there's no issues in terms of maneuverability around his leg. These legs are pretty nice, pretty detailed. I appreciate this area right here and the flaps on the back. So we should definitely have we should definitely have a real grade version of this guy pretty soon. And unfortunately, because of his size and sheer weight, you can't just pose him on both his feet, because he will knock over and he just will look unbalanced like that. So he does come with his own stand, but again, forfeit the stand. If you have a personal one, get something bigger. This is one of the best high grades I've built ever, and definitely the best one that I built in the year 2020. He's incredibly detailed, incredibly articulate. You could tell that These designers definitely tried to make up for the lack in small pieces with stickers. But you know what? It comes with so many weapon systems, and it's just such an eye candy to display. Highly recommended. Highly recommend building it. If you have any questions or comments, please post it down in the section below. As always, I appreciate you all for watching. Stay safe and peace out.